This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Hindu.
Court reserves its order on Kanimozhi's bail plea till a day after counting. The public prosecutor says she's the brain behind Kalingya Television.
The special court on 14th May.
A huge fire in Nolambur reduces over 170 huts to ashes. Cause is not known, but police say no deaths reported. Social networking now opens avenues for governance. Kanyakumari enforces a plastic ban thanks to a government babu's virtual effort.
Plastic use பண்றத அவாய்ட் பண்றோம். ரெண்டாவது எங்களோட சஜஷன் இந்த மாதிரி தவறா எங்கயா யூஸ் பண்ணா கூட நாம அதுல நெட் மூலமா அத வந்து கவர்மெண்ட்டுக்கு நம்ம சொல்லிட்டு இருக்கோம்.
The Chennai Super Kings lose to the Kolkata Knight Riders. Rain at Eden Gardens and the Duckworth-Lewis method brings the 10-run victory for KKR. And author Rad Chris takes on a daring feat of bringing Detective Sherlock Holmes to you in a new avatar.
What I wanted to show was that Sherlock Holmes is not a mere cold calculating machine.
Welcome to the Late Night News on NDTV Hindu. I'm Evelyn Matthew. A quick scan of our national and world headlines as well. I am responsible for my ministry, can't speak for what another minister does. Chidambaram tells NDTV that the PAC report was an attempted coup by the committee. The ISI denies reports that its chief may step down. Pakistan's former foreign minister says the Prime Minister and President should resign. And polling ends on the fifth and penultimate phase in West Bengal. Will Trinamool break into the left stronghold? Our top story from the 2G scam today. A special CBI court has reserved its order on the bail plea of DMK MP Kanimozhi and Kalingya Television's managing director Sharath Kumar till the 14th of May. The CBI has opposed the bail plea of the chief minister's daughter. The special public prosecutor said, and I quote, "The controlling mind behind Kalingya Television is Kanimozhi. She took the decisions behind the scenes. She had been in regular touch with Raja regarding the launch of Kalingya Television," unquote. The CBI has charge-sheeted Ms. Kanimozhi as a co-conspirator in the 2G spectrum scam currently being probed by the top investigating agency.
The special court has asked Madam Kanimozhi and Sharath Kumar to appear before the special court on 14th May. 14th May.
Sir, there is a perception that's been created that the party is backing only Kanimozhi and not Raja.
I cannot answer more.
Meanwhile, following the 2G report by the PAC's chairman Murli Manohar Joshi, the BJP had trained its guns on Home Minister P. Chidambaram, demanding a CBI probe into his role, accusing him of being directly responsible for the scam. The Home Minister has now hit back, saying the PAC report was an attempted coup by the committee and that these are petty political matters raised by petty political people. Speaking to NDTV's Vikram Chandra, P. Chidambaram raised questions of the conclusions of the PAC, which are of a different font and style compared to the rest of the report. Yesterday, Mr. Joshi told NDTV Chidambaram should have done more to stop the loot in the 2G spectrum allocation. Chidambaram said he was responsible for his ministry and cannot speak for what another minister does.
Well, for a couple of days now, we have seen the Bharatiya Janata Party training its guns on the Home Minister, Mr. P. Chidambaram, in connection with the 2G scam. And we now do have Mr. Chidambaram with us for this very special interview. Thank you so much for agreeing to talk to us. You've been, of course, hearing the statements that have been coming from the BJP, from Mr. Gadkari and from Mr. Yashwant Sinha, essentially saying that they would like to indict you in the 2G scam. How do you respond to this?
Well, they are not the prosecutors nor the investigators. I think many of them represent the aging leadership of the BJP, which is still not reconciled to the fact that three things happened. Firstly, they lost in 2004, they lost in 2009, and third and most important, a younger leadership has taken over the parliamentary party.
So that's the reason Mr. Gadkari is getting upset.
Mr. Gadkari, does anyone take him seriously?
There is a affidavit that has been filed on the 11th of November, which you must be aware of, 2010, where actually the Department of Telecommunications is saying that that there was no further correspondent after they wrote to the Finance Ministry on the 29th of November saying we are going ahead without auctions on the basis of a 2003 cabinet decision. So in a sense that the Finance Ministry accepted what they had said in that letter.
Well, that's a point of view, but the Finance Ministry never accepted that entry fee should be the same as what was discovered in 2001.
Right. Now, the response that came and the reason why they proceeded in this manner said, well, there was a 2003 cabinet decision, as I'm sure you would agree, was somewhat bizarre because a cabinet decision in 2003, which is the NDA decision, does not bind the UPA. And secondly, a price that was fixed in 2003 a price that was fixed in 2001 may be relevant in 2003. It need not be relevant in 2008. Despite that, this is exactly what they went ahead and did. And I'm surprised that the government of India collectively wasn't able to prevent this from happening.
I can't speak for the collective government now. I mean, that's a matter which is under inquiry by the JPC, by the CBI. Let whoever wants to look into it can look into it. But please remember, licenses were issued even after 2001 at the same entry fee. And then there is the TRAI recommendation, whether we like it or not. I disagree with it. Whether we like it or not, there is a TRAI recommendation as late as 28th of August 2007, which maintains that on the 2G spectrum entry fee, no change is recommended.
On to some city news now. A major fire broke out earlier this afternoon at Nolambur area. According to the local police, the fire raged for more than an hour's time, destroying over 170 huts in the accident. But there are no deaths. Most of the residents who lost their homes today are daily wage laborers who have alleged that every summer their houses caught fire. 4 fire engines and water lorries were rushed to the spot to contain the blaze. As the cause of the fire remains unknown, the incident is under investigation by the Department of Fire and Rescue Services. Ambattur's Tahsildars say that after the enumeration process is over, they will provide the relief measures by the government and arrange for food and accommodation as well. As of now, 2,000 rupees have been given to the residents of each hut.
இவங்களை எங்கேயாவது ஒரு இடத்துல தங்க வைக்கணுமா, அது இவங்களோட விருப்பத்தை கேட்டுட்டு எங்கே ஒரு ஸ்கூலோ கல்யாண மண்டபம் எங்கேயாவது தங்க வைக்கணும். நிவாரணம் ஒரு குடிசைக்கு 2000 ரூபாய் வேணும் நிவாரணம் கொடுப்போம். இல்லை அவங்க வீடு இது என்ன கிளாசிஃபிகேஷன் குளம்பரம் கவர்மெண்ட் லேண்டு. இது மேலிடத்தை எங்கள் மேலதிகாரிங்கள்ட்ட கேட்டுட்டு இவங்களுக்கு மாற்று இடம் கொடுக்கறது தான் என்னென்னு மேலிடத்துல எங்கள் மேலதிகாரிங்கள்ட்ட கேட்டுட்டு அதுக்கப்புறம்
நாங்கள் வீட்டில் இருந்த பார்த்து கொஞ்ச நேரம் பொறுத்து பார்த்தா புகையாக கிளம்புச்சுன்னா புகை கிளம்புதுன்னு வெளியே ஓடி வந்து பார்த்தாக்கா எரியுது பற்றிக்கின்னு. அப்புறம் ஓடி வந்து பார்த்தாக்கா ஃபுல்லாக காற்றடிச்சு ஃபுல்லாக வீடும் பற்றிக்கிச்சு. பற்றினப்போ பார்த்தா குழந்தைங்கள்லாம் அது கத்தின்னு ஓடி வருது. என்னன்னு பார்த்தா அந்த பக்கம் இந்த பக்கம் பற்றிச்சு முதல்லன்னு பார்த்தா அப்புறம் பற்றினே அப்படியே முடிய பரவிச்சு.
நாங்கள் வீட்டு வேலை செய்கிறோங்க. 20,000 செலவு பண்ணி கட்டிக்கணும். 750 ரூபா வாடகை. கட்டில் பீரோ எல்லாம் சாமான் செட்டு மொத்தம் எரிஞ்சு போச்சுங்க. செல்லு காசு ஒரு 3000 வச்சுருந்தா அது எரிஞ்சு போச்சு. ஒரே டம்ளர் கூட எடுக்கலைங்க. 3 பசங்களை மட்டும் தான் காப்பாற்ற முடிஞ்சுது.
Well, tragedy there for some who've been living in that area. On to some crime news. The Adyar police have arrested a 46-year-old resident of the area late last night at the Velacheri bus stop. He had allegedly burnt his wife and his son after a domestic quarrel 5 days ago. The accused was produced at the Saidapet Magistrate Court today. Up ahead on the late night news, if your blood is boiling because of the filth and plastic around you, a scribble on the virtual wall may turn around your locality for the better, like it did in Kanyakumari.